So Matthew Apperson, the person who shot Zimmerman last year, or shot into his car, and had his initial encounter with him in September of 2014, was convicted today and sentenced. Well, not convicted. He was convicted last month, but today was sentenced to 20 years in prison for second-degree murder, or attempted second-degree murder, rather. Um, you know, Before this article I read on CNN came out, I didn't know that he was married. And I bring that up because there was what appeared to be, at least in the eyes of many people that, I'm around, this idea that, oh, he's disturbed, something's wrong with him. And, I'm not saying that being married automatically means you're, well too. But some of you know, the, to attract a woman, you have to have some level of competence, put it that way. And no one thought he was, without uh, rationale for doing this. We don't agree with it necessarily. At least I don't. I'm not big on Zimmerman, but I'm also not in favor of murder either. Really, a jail sentence would have been nice, but I'll just be repeating something that I've been saying for the last 4 years. Um, but this story really, and that's another thing. When I read this story, I just looked at the date. Today is October 17th, 2016. The Trayvon Martin shooting happened, what was it, February 26th um, of 2012? It's been 4 years. And for every February that has passed since then, I've thought more and more about how, it's been such and such amount of years. Zimmerman still isn't in jail. And, ultimately you conclude, all right, well, that will never happen. But I realize he's the only one of these, I guess, cases that was protested by Black Lives Matter where I just, like, and I didn't notice this until last year. He's the only one that just stays relevant somehow. You go and look at Darren Wilson. The guy went under complete seclusion after that shooting. This is the one shooter to have just stayed in the news, to continue to make headlines, and even his own shooter, I'm really surprised got convicted. It's as if there's this. His wife said it. Was there some kind of golden, like, basically there's a favoritism applied to him over there in Florida, not even intentionally being peddled by one person or not, but it just seems as if the law always works in his favor, to where he just gets off with no repercussions. I don't think that the guy was in the right for shooting at him, but he definitely, um, it just seems so bizarre to me that he gets in these dangerous, life-threatening situations, and the worst that's happened to him so far is he got punched in the face. It's incredible. Um, but I definitely am really just disillusioned with the idea, and she just made it so apparent that one person can just get off on everything. They always find a way to escape. They're never going to. Again, I'm not advocating killing, but there has to be some justice. I just get so tired. He's able to walk around anywhere. And yeah, I get the whole thing of, oh, he's a marked man. Everyone's mad and everyone's upset and everybody is angry because he killed um, Trayvon. But on the other hand, you still have a guy that just he's living life. Trayvon has for the last few years been laying in the ground over an encounter that really didn't have to happen. He didn't have to pursue him. And I know I'm speaking, on old news, but still, every time I hear his name and just because the articles always make mention of. That's another thing on this CNN article. I have to kind of question, why do they have to make mention of all of his different legal affairs? Like, we don't know who this guy is. It's been 4 years, and he's had at least two separate incidents or two separate times of notability um, since each year has passed. I mean, you think I'm playing? Let's go. Let's just be a little bit longer than I thought. 2013, The crap with the estranged wife in September, and then in November, and that trial when he got acquitted back in July of that year. That's three things that year. 2014, there was that some painting nonsense. I think in January. Then there was the first thing with Apperson. So that's two things again. Last year, he got shot at in May, and in January of last year, I think it was right after New Year's too. He got off, or he I think he threw a beer bottle. You know, that was another incident. But again, this year he's at the gun sale he's had back in January called Obama garbage or something, and this. So it's always he stayed in the news this entire time, and no one seems to like pay any attention to it. It's just here, wow, just wow. That's just my thoughts on this. I don't know how he stays in the news and gets off with everything and gets more coverage than you know things that actually should matter. But that's just me. Thank you for watching and have a good day.